Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is another process video for Scrapless Sunday, where Laura and I are going to use this this layout right here, and we're going to give you two different takes. Now, while you see me work on this particular person that we are scrap lifting, Laura found in the Hip Kit Club on Facebook, and it is done by Kimberly Tressler. And she did tons of diamond shaped stuff, and I wanted to take that but make the diamonds bigger and make it more of an ombre setting. Now you will see me here, this part of it I did a bunch of fussy cutting and a bunch of squares already cut off camera, just so that you can so that it doesn't get that long. And at this point, the photo doesn't stay this way. I leave it there for reference because I did not want to place any of these squares underneath the photo, because you will see how I bring it to a point. And I wanted the photo to make it my point while I'm putting on these colors. Now, with the photo is of Charleston. My husband and I went on our trip. I am working on getting that trip done pretty much, and this was the night of our anniversary dinner, and I took this photograph of our wine glasses because it ended up being very goldish color because of the mood of the place that we went to go eat at. With that being said, this photo doesn't stay this way. It is for my reference. You will see me pull that up, cut it down, and actually take the white border off. I put the border on knowing that I was going to be taking the border off and cutting this photo down. I made it a little bit bigger than what it needed to be. I also wanted to make sure that I didn't miss any of those pieces, so I took two of these and just took a little bit of a snip of it. And I did cut these, and I didn't like the color tones because I was trying to stay with this peachy type color and try to do as much ombre as I could. And it stayed really dark towards the photo and then got really light towards the end of the piece. Now I'm using Hip Kit May's collection. I ended up getting that in the mail over the weekend, and it worked out perfect for me to use because of the tone of this photo. I could have turned it black and white and made it as well. So now you'll see me come in, and I wanted to make sure that I still was okay to do what I wanted to do. So you'll see me kind of play around with it, make sure it looks okay. And yes, like I said, I'm cutting it up and I'm taking that border off, and I'm fine with that. I did it on purpose. And I wanted to cut this down, and I'm going to cut it down again because I needed it to be more adhesive to what I wanted it. So I still wanted to make sure and see how it's not quite the way I wanted it. So you'll see me come in and cut it down again. And it was on purpose. I knew that I wasn't going to keep this size, and I knew I was going to waste a border piece, and I'm completely fine and content with that. I wanted to make sure that it fit right, and I wanted it to be within a 4x4 section, but yet still big enough, and to see that, yes, it is a wine glass, and making it look like it should fit in that. So it looks kind of, right now at this point, it looks like Pokemon, or not Pokemon, but Pac-Man is going in and eating this photo. But by the time I get done with everything that I do to this, you won't even tell that I flipped the photo to it and made it still come to that point. My point will be actually my title to this layout. And for the most part, I would say that I probably followed this to the T compared to what Laura did. Now, I've seen what Laura's looks like. Laura actually, normally it's me going off the grid, and she went off the grid this time. But I love how she did hers. It's I feel very different for her, but very her at the same time. I really liked how this one turned out for her. And she did a complete different size than what Kimberly and I did. So I was still I'm fussy cutting right here. So I come back and they're all fussy cut. I go into the stash and I pull the color to combo. As you can tell, I'm trying to stay, oops, sorry about that with my head. I'm trying to stay as much monochromatic as I possibly can to this particular layout. I pull out some thread, these flowers match perfectly. I pull everything that works for this collection just so that I don't have to worry about fighting through everything except for the last bits. Because ultimately this did take me, it was 2 hours for me to film, but I took a lot of it out because you guys know how to fussy cut. You guys have seen me fussy cut. If you don't know what type of scissors and that thing that you asked, leave the comment down below and let me know, and I can certainly get you what I use for fussy cutting and some layouts that I have fussy cut. And like I said, I'm pulling some thread. I am really becoming a Missy Whitten fan again because I feel like I've been missing her now that she's gotten her channel back. Like, I've gone back and rewatched some of her layouts just because I'm like, man, it's been like a minute since I've like binged watched hers. And I'm just adding all these green pieces, and I'm doing some dimensionals up there. I'm telling you, I really love how this layout turned out. Now, it is a very different layout for me. I didn't do much distressing. I left it very clean. It is still busy for me, and that's normally my like go-to, but it's very clean. Like, I don't do monochromatic very well. I mean, I do, and I don't mind doing it, and you've seen me do it, but I've left this very clean. I did do some splattering, but there's still clean splatters. So I hope that you really like how this turns out. I wanted to pull in this green because this camera that you see right here, it matches the yellowish flower, but it's got a hint of green to it. So I wanted to pull this green in to match. And then you'll see me use some gold splattered type stickers off of it. Now, these are all newer product from Hip Kit that has done Dear Lizzie, the new collection from Dear Lizzie, the new collection from Amy Tan, the new collection that is from Pink Paisley, and then also another new collection from Vicky Boutin. And those are all that's in there. If you go to Hip Kit, you'll know which for May. It's May's kit. And I do magic today because I really love, like I said, I love how this turns out. Here I am, I'm just placing all these little bits and bobs down. I added one heart. Believe it or not, I didn't do the threes. Not that I do it intentional anyway, but I left in just one heart. I do come in with tons of little black enamel dots that came from Fifth and Monaco. Right here, you'll see me use quite a bit of the black dots. I just placed them all over. I didn't even put one of them on the camera. I left that blank because I wanted that black to really show through, because I don't have much black on it, and it's heavy balanced on the bottom, which I'm completely fine and content and okay with. But I'm just letting you know I don't have much on top, so I leave that black more prominent, down on the bottom. I just go through and I pulled quite a bit. So a lot of the stuff that you're seeing me do is from the Vicky Boutin new collection. Now here's the Fifth and Monaco, and I'm pulling out some more flowers. Believe it or not, this is a flower heavy based layout, and I haven't done that for like months. I am talking months. So make sure that you go check out Laura over on her channel. I will link down below the Facebook where Laura actually found this one in the Hip Kit. I'll leave that down, that we followed Kimberly's layout. You will see the still shots are definitely at the end. If you are new to my channel or you're coming from Laura's channel, I hope that you liked what you see. I do upload between 2 to 3 times a week. I do design team layouts, traveler's notebooks, and obviously 12 by 12s. Laura and I have been doing the Scrap Lift Sunday now for almost 2 years. I think 2 years, almost 2 years. Maybe a year, 2 years, something like that. And I absolutely love it. It's like one of the best. I think we're going on 2 years, to be honest. I think it's perfect. I am going to throw something at her now that we are done with school, and you just have to check and see what happens. But my title is going to be Forever Always Mine. Now, you're probably thinking, why did you not do Forever Mine or Forever Mine Forever Always or something like that. But I really like how this V comes together, and I leave the greenery kind of just in that corner, and I'm heavy balanced on that one side and I'm lighter on the other. And I just love how that looks. And that is like the point to this. So you'll see me finish up with that. I do come in with my Shimmers paints. You all know that if you are new to my channel, I am part of the design team for Shimmers paints, and that's pretty much what I use. So I came in with Shimmerings, Goldilocks, Spritz, pink outside the box, Colorings, Little Yellow School Bus, and Spritz Caribbean Sunset. It matches those colors, and you will see that the 3 colors that I pulled, I put those in the spots that those colors are, so it still stayed monochromatic. The Goldilocks that I have, I don't know, it's like it's a little bit more yellow or more like clear based and not as much gold in it, and it's a newer one. It is what it is. So I dry it and then I add a little bit more and I dry it some more, but that's all off camera. So the still shots are coming up. I hope that you like this. I hope you all are staying safe. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Hit that bell button to get notifications each and every time that I upload. Y'all stay safe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.